Hawaii would be an extremely fascinating place.
Coming to you from the Radio for One studios in Franklin, Michigan. Welcome to the Detroit Cast.
Big fan. Big fan.
A show not just free of charge, but free of FCC regulations.
Thank you for your support of the Detroit Cast.
Oh, there it is.
And without further delay, it's showtime. Please welcome the Detroit Cast. Here are your hosts, Mike and Jay.
Well, hello everybody. Welcome to the Detroit Cast, powered by DealsInTheD.com. Mike and Jay. Big E is here. Shalom, Big E. Jay, how are you, my friend?
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike. Hi, Jay.
I'm great, man. Namaste.
Oh, it was today Namaste.
Today was yoga, yeah.
How did we do?
Pretty well.
Feel more limber?
A little bit, yeah. Feeling good.
What did
Feeling
you work
ready.
on? Is it the same routine every time, or does it change up?
No.
What kind of question is that?
Come on.
I don't know.
It's a practice, Mike. We never truly gain our yoga finality.
You're never going to master yoga?
No, it's a practice.
Yeah. So you don't practice the same routine like
No.
E's dance routine. It's different every time.
No, E, that's going well, though. I hear you're tweaking at this point, right? You've got the whole routine
No,
down.
I'm not tweaking.
No, you're not twerking. You're tweaking.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. That's what it's come down to, tweaking the
The
just a little.
routine.
Yeah, she's really on me just about just little things, posture.
Make a difference.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Loosen those hips, man. That's the main thing.
I got to be honest, I never realized how much I look down on a regular basis. I just don't tend to look up.
You're not very confident.
No.
And who can blame you?
Well, yeah. Well, he's never done it in front of a live studio audience. But did they take our advice? Are you going to end with pow, jazz hands?
No, we're not going to end with
little
pow,
sizzle.
jazz hands. Not the professional. You
when
do
you
what
lose
you
this
do, and
competition, I don't want to fucking hear it. Jay and I were very clear about how you ended. It's a
okay. So a guy who hasn't. When's the last time you've danced?
Da 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 da. Pow!
So someone who
jazz hands.
doesn't dance on a daily basis. In fact, I don't know when you've danced. Versus a girl who does it for a job, profession, and does it every day.
Fine. When you lose, don't blame Jay and I.
November
I trust
18th.
me, I won't.
November 18th at the Townsend, raising money for South Oakland Shelter. Big E.
By the way, the rapist wants to go, and but she's worried.
I don't know who's.
Oh, tomato, therapist, the rapist.
Oh,
Jesus Christ,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
So the rapist wants to go, and she's willing to give $400, but then she was like, it looks like it's standing room only. Can I get a seat? I'm too old to stand for all those hours. And I'm like,
I would give up my seat for the rapist.
That's I don't
I don't know.
What are you looking for me to do here, dude?
no,
Like,
I don't
there
know.
is not
Pull
a
some strings. You're the superstar.
That's
You're
not
the
how it
Detroit
works.
star, E. I don't know if you've got an in with someone or what, but
That's not how it works.
if the rapist can get a table, like 2 seats, so she can sit down.
Maybe she could bring one of those folding chairs or the folding cane thing. You ever see that? Like people at Disney World will be waiting in line, and it's just a single pole, and they just kind of sit their butt on it.
You'll see that
bring
at
one
golf,
of those.
golf things.
tour.
a lot.
Yeah, golf things. Those things are great. I don't know if they'd let her bring one of those in, but
Dude, the idea that you bring me in the spot for this is ridiculous. There's rules. That's how it goes. If she wants to go, then.
Well, all right. Well, I was just
I can't just give her she can call the charity and see if they want to give her a table for some reason for less.
You don't want the rapist to attend?
I definitely
That's what
want.
I'm picking up. That's the vibe I'm getting.
No, I've been looking at
$400. Could have been $400 added to your total.
Well, I've been looking at my till every day since you told me that, and I haven't seen it. I've been waiting for it to show up.
Well, the rapist texted me this morning and went, dude,
That's how
can I
it.
please? I can't stand for 3 hours.
Well, that's how it goes. I don't
So
want to
I said
tell
I'd bring
you.
it up with you. All right, fine.
And you decided to bring it up on the show on the air.
Well,
Perfect.
I haven't had time to talk to you yet. This is the
I've
first
been here for an hour and a
opportunity.
half.
I've been very busy. Pre-show prep. Hey, Zot Ford conducting its amazing Key for Key event. As you know, exchange your current vehicle for a brand new Ford without spending a dime out of your pocket. Zot Ford will assist you in terminating the remainder of your loan or lease, no matter what you owe. It's a straight Key for Key exchange. Give Zot the keys to your vehicle, and they'll give you the keys to a brand new Ford. Plus, Zot Ford will make your first payment. Please hurry, though. This is a limited time event.
You know what, though? There are still 4 more Jerry tissue bat packages. If someone wants to give $30 or more, signed Jerry tissue, little tissue package, I'll mail them out to you.
Hot item.
And the other thing I
is.
would say is flat out, we're in the lead by a few thousand right now. That doesn't mean that
Do
someone...
not rest on your laurels.
No.
And that's my point. And
You are someone who rests on laurels from time to time.
No. That is not
He's
what
a
I do.
laurel
He's a
rester.
laurel rester if there ever was
Definitely
one.
not. Definitely not me. That's ridiculous. And my point is that, dude...
Are you kidding me? You are the biggest laurel rester I've ever seen in my
No,
life,
I-
man.
not
Dude,
true.
the rapist just offered you $400
I
and you're like,
can't-
yeah, fuck it, dude, whatever.
No,
I don't know.
I can't do
You're not
anything
like, hey,
about
man,
that.
let me try it. Let me see what I can do. That's
Right.
amazing.
No, I'd rather rest on my laurels.
Yep.
Okay, fine,
It's
whatever.
easier for me to just take a rest on
That's
my laurels.
not what I'm doing. So anyway, my point of bringing this even up is that I'm not resting on my laurels by saying that the Detroit cast can get this top prize, man. I mean, honestly, we're above Blink by about 7 to 8,000.
Well, we better be.
So,
Bloink. Get out of here, Bloink.
and some of the people below me have gotten a lot of contributions from
Well put.
essentially just big name corporations.
That's right.
So this
Big corporate
grassroots-
America might be, accepting of them, but
Right, exactly. So anyway, this is something that we can have, and there is a trophy for the dancer that raises
we've
the most.
got to have the hardware.
we need
I
hardware.
know, so-
How big is our trophy?
I don't know, but there's one. Then they haven't done it in the years past. So
Have you
this
had a
is the-
disco ball? Is
this
it
would
a
be the-
disco ball?
I'm not sure.
Better
But this
be.
would be
I
the
hope
first.
it's one of those really tall ones. You know, those ones that are like 6 feet tall.
Do we have time to demand a disco ball?
I think we do.
I can
Yeah,
sure.
got a
I'll
couple weeks.
get a hold of the guy over there and hey, by the way, while I'm also transferring these tickets that I've had to do for a few different people now, can you also
Listen, man, you've got a little leverage here. We could pull out of this thing and
Right.
pull all your contributions out,
I
unless
don't
we're
know
given
that
a
that's they've
6-foot
already.
disco ball.
I don't believe that I can pull the
Put a stop on that.
contributions.
We want our ball.
Okay, that's a good point. I'll bring it up.
I could easily refund all the money. Easily.
Good point.
You guys ready for GNR night?
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. We got lucky. Probably shouldn't. I don't want to name names because I don't know if it's supposed to be public knowledge. But E's going to see GNR for the very first time.
Wow,
He's going with us.
Happy for you.
Excited.
We've got like half the U-Haul team.
I know.
The original U-Haul team is going. T-Roy and Dust and
Yeah.
you and I.
Yeah, actually, T-Roy in the text string today was like, we taking a U-Haul or what? Dude, I asked T-Roy, I'm like, hey, man, we got a ticket for you. Are you in? And he answered, honestly, between 3 and 5 seconds. Hell yes! Fuck yes!
Fuck yeah. I'm in.
Fuck yes!
Done.
Are we
done.
taking a U-Haul?
Is that what he wanted to know? Yeah. You get the keg, and we'll pick you up in the U-Haul.
Yeah,
On
we're
our way.
excited.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, man. Can't wait. Congratulations in order for your man, Justin Verlander.
Yeah, right.
Congratulations. I know you're extremely happy for him, Jay.
Couldn't be happier.
Yeah, he won. They won the World Series last night.
Yeah, they did. Kind of a bummer of a game given the series and
Yeah.
how exciting it was.
Astros jumped out to a big lead, like in the first 2 innings.
Did
scored
I tell
5
you
runs.
Darvish just blows ass?
You did tell me that yesterday.
I'm just like, I don't feel good about that.
Was you, Darvish, the one that the guy was making fun of?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess after the
slanty
game,
eyes.
yeah, he was doing the slanty eyes in the dugout, and after the game, that guy tipped his helmet to you, Darvish, to say no hard feelings.
I think
about
before the game or at the beginning.
Oh,
of the
was
game
it? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Just saying no hard feelings over my
Right,
"It's very
right.
good" impression that I did to you in the dugout that time. So yeah, did you see Carlos Correa
I did.
Correa proposed to his girl
Ugh, of course.
after the game?
Stupid.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. What do you? And of course, the question in everyone's mind is, what do you do if you'd lost that game? Do you still go up to her and do that, or do you wait a week?
You
or two?
wait.
Yeah, I think you do too. He gives her this huge ring on TV. Didn't we see a Boise State running back do that a few years ago?
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah,
in
like
that great game with, I think it was Oklahoma. They went to,
Yeah.
like, a bunch of overtimes and ended up winning it.
was it the running back? I want to say it was a running
It
back.
was a
like,
running
in
back with a
full
cheerleader,
gear.
yeah.
That's right. Did you guys hear about the Let It Ride gambler in Vegas?
Absolutely.
Fuck, man.
Did he win it?
Dude, he didn't play Game 7.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah.
Why would you? He was up 14 million, right?
14
Really?
million.
And what was the circumstances?
He threw what, a couple $100,000 down
He-
on the first game, and
They
then
said
just
500 grand, up to 500, between
Okay.
400 and 500,000 on the first game. Picked the Dodgers, and it was just like let it ride, and picked the Astros the next game.
Wow.
And so all of a sudden he's winning. He picked all 6 games winners, but they couldn't find people, and people in Vegas are like, we have no fucking clue who this guy is.
Yeah.
We're not familiar with him. We've never seen him on the strip. He's not a regular. He's a guy in his early 30s.
Yeah.
What do they say? European descent, Middle East or European descent, I think they said. And-
Eastern European, yeah.
yeah, Eastern European. And but they're like, yeah, he doesn't seem like an experienced gambler in any way. He doesn't seem like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, how much experience? He's just picking a winner on a baseball game. I mean, how much experience you need to do that? But
No, I heard he was accepting odds that big a baller wouldn't usually accept. Like they would demand, hey, if I'm putting down this much, I want.
they would,
little
yeah.
more.
Yeah,
I
they'd
want
be
a
kinda-
half a run or something.
Talk to the dude at the or at the window and be like,
I doubt if he's up at the window, but
yeah,
yeah.
but you know, well, yeah.
Yeah.
They said that as he kept winning, it became impossible to find a single bookie who would take risk destroying himself by taking a bet for $7 million or whatever.
Do we know if he hedged it at all? Did he bet the other side as well?
I don't think so. It sounds like he hit like a bunch of bookies and was doing $50,000 to $200,000 bets with all the winnings, and just went to all of them and put it on I guess the Dodgers.
Non-hedged, just the game.
Yeah.
That team that night, and he just kept winning. All
Yes.
6 of them. Wow. And with those amazing endings, can you imagine what was going through his head?
Dude, Game 6 went into extra innings.
5.5 hour long game.
Yeah. And he called the Dodgers winning that one, and then they're like, poof, like a ghost. He's gone.
Smart
Just
guy,
gone.
man.
Took his 14 mil and bye-bye. That's crazy. I love stories like that, though, when you get some weirdo.
Because those guys who did it last year with Green Bay, number one, it was way less money. Remember when Aaron Rodgers guaranteed they'd
10.
win the rest?
Yeah.
They let it ride all the way, and they lost ultimately in the last game.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they-
What, didn't cover or something?
No, they put money on the NFC Championship game.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So Atlanta. They lost to Atlanta in that game.
Or whatever game they lost, fine. If it was NFC champion or if it was the one prior, I don't know.
Yeah.
But they kept going.
I don't remember if
lost
they
it all.
lost to the Cowboys. It doesn't matter. But, God, dude, that's crazy to keep betting. Like, I can't do that. When I go somewhere, it's like, well, I'm up $400. Time to go now.
Yeah.
Like, I'll never get up to $1 million
It's,
because I'll never know what that's like to keep letting it ride.
I never will either because I won't put even $20 down.
Really?
You're
like Beth. It's like, I could lose that $20.
right. I'd hate to lose it.
Yep.
I worked
But you
hard
could
for that.
win.
Yeah, but you're going to win, Jay. You got to have confidence in yourself. You're a winner.
Sure. So is the Hamlin Pub, and they support the Detroit Cast. So let's make it a point to support them with locations in Rochester Hills, Clarkston, Chesterfield, and 2 in Shelby Township. You know there's a Hamlin Pub near you. They have great food, ice cold drinks, tons of craft beers, TVs, games, and great entertainment. Come on by or book your reservation today at hamlinpubs.com.
Well, we're learning more about our Uzbek terrorist.
Are we?
Yeah. Trump's calling for the death penalty. Time to torch him. He's tweeting that. It seems so professional, doesn't it? Seems very presidential. He says, terrorist was happy to be, he asked to hang an ISIS flag in his hospital room. He killed 8 people.
What's
Should
wrong with
get
Trump
death penalty.
saying that, though, by the way?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
I know it's kind of different, but we know he's different.
Yeah,
so.
it's so different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't you think that, like you say, that he tweeted it doesn't sound professional? But isn't that just? I mean, wouldn't you think that in 10 years from now they won't? That could just be the norm.
There could be a
that-
different
yeah, it
standard.
will
There
be.
could be.
For sure. Like when Bill Clinton first went on like cable news and stuff and MTV, it was like unheard of. But now it's just commonplace. So yeah, it probably will be. Trump said he was considering listening to Lindsey Graham about Guantanamo Bay. Sounds like that's not the place to send him. The more I heard other experts talking about it, they're like, no, dude, that's like a campground for those guys now. Obama gave them a soccer field, and they're well treated over
like
there.
summer camp.
They get their prayer times all day, and they get
They're just waiting for a trade.
Yeah, they're just
waiting
wait-
for the Herschel Walker trade.
Exactly. And so they're like, nah, sticking him in a fucking hole in a federal prison in New York to rot for the rest of his life will be much harder on him than going to that place with all his buddies.
Right.
So and they said it'll be a lot faster. It would be years and years of paperwork and bullshit before you ever got to any sort of trial with him. Now they can just drop the
Just
hammer.
walk over there and be like, "What's up, motherfucker?" How's it
What's
going?
up? Walks in.
How many people
Knuckles.
you get down? 8. That's not bad. Not bad.
bitches. Not bad. Yeah, the immigrant from Uzbekistan entered court last night. Did you see that?
I did
they just
not. No, I didn't see it.
It's sketches, it's artist rendering. First thing I want to do is fucking shave that beard off. Can we do that legally? Can we just shear him
No,
up?
he'd sue. Big
For
religious
what?
thing.
What's oh god? What is some facial hair worth in a lawsuit?
Yeah.
Anyway, he was in a wheelchair, handcuffed at his feet, shackled, and he had like 5 cops around him. Still very proud of what he did. Authorities say that they got to his phone and he had like 90 ISIS videos, some real doozies too. A lot of the beheadings and ones of them running over prisoners with tanks, which sounds fun. He's also admitted that he picked Halloween on purpose because he thought more people would be on the streets. And all I could think was, yeah, fucking kids, asshole. Are you serious? Like,
I got you.
who's out on Halloween? It's kids. He also had plans to drive over the Brooklyn Bridge, kill pedestrians on a walking path. I noticed people are going, I'm not going to say his name and give him the recognition that he wants, so he shall remain nameless. And I'm like, oh, that's good. I can't pronounce his name either. So I'm just assuming that's I saw a couple people do that. And I'm like,
Nice little cop out.
it's
See what you're doing?
Oh, fuck. You know what? I'm not going to give him what he wants,
That's
which
right.
is the recognition. He shall remain nameless. So I'm going with that too. He said he felt good about what he's done. Blah blah blah. I don't know if there's anything new in here. Oh, he wanted to hang an ISIS flag on the truck, but he decided against it. He thought it might draw some eyeballs and unwanted attention.
He had it in his truck, though, didn't he?
He had one in his truck, yeah, but he was like the front of the truck and the back of the truck. He was planning to hang one. Yeah, it sounds like he was kind of a dick face too. From like neighbors around there say he was really argumentative. He
You
was
don't say.
constantly in arguments with people, fighting with people.
Lived right around the corner of the mosque that's been investigated since like 05, right? And they're just like,
Yeah.
yeah, we've never seen him here. It's weird.
Yeah, crazy.
Sure.
But they stopped in 2015 for some reason. Stopped keeping an eye on them, so that's good news. He had the habit of disagreeing with everybody. I love those people. You know, the disagree with everybody guy. How fun are they? And remember, he had that big falling out with the local grocer over
Yes.
the Canada Dry 6-pack or 12-pack Canada
It's
Dry.
the price of the Canada Dry. Like they have a bunch of leeway here. Their margin is very, very thin, sir.
Yeah. Wrapping up with this dude, learning more and more about what that diversity visa is and what that entails. Like just roll the dice and like, hey, your lotto number came up. Come on down. You're an American. And it's like permanent residency and a lifeline to bring any family members you want over here.
So these are people who are applying like as individuals. They don't have like what if your number came up and you've got a wife and kids? They're not eligible for this lottery. Is it just individual people?
Yeah, I
that
think-
are willing to, if their number comes up, they're willing to come. Okay.
I think that, and then your
But once you're
family
there-
gets priority. Now they go to the top of the list, and it's
Oh,
like, oh, now
shit.
I need Nana, I need my brother, my other brother.
How many
you know.
did he bring over?
I don't know, but I heard, and I don't know if this is true. It sounds unlikely, but I'd heard 23.
Oh my God!
People. I don't know that I believe that, but I heard one guy say, "Well, yeah, he had brought 23 family members over." And my thought is, right now, round them all up, fucking bye-bye, see ya.
Yeah, your ticket here fucked up really bad.
Really bad, and now you go bye-bye. It could be a couple family members, though. I haven't heard anybody else say that, 23, but I don't give a shit if it's 2 or 100. All of you go. All of you go bye-bye now.
I would
no
agree.
more. Infuriating, man. And to read that shit, it's like, dude, I don't have insurance. And this guy wins a lotto, gets dropped off here. He's now a permanent resident, automatic Medicaid and Medicare, Social Security,
God, man.
housing. Like, dude, right down the list, the automatic checklist. It's like, what the fuck are we doing? Are you kidding me?
Trying to make our country more diverse, Mike.
Yeah.
We need that.
Sure. Yeah, it was supposed to be like the idea, shit, who did they say it was supposed to benefit? People coming here and they're like, yeah, that backfired. It's all like African countries and stuff. That's the only people that are winning these lottos now. But it was supposed to specifically help another country. I can't remember in Europe or something, but whatever. So at least he's proud of his work. I'm sure we'll hear lots and lots about him.
Yeah,
And
usually we don't get to hear from these assholes because they get gunned down and
Yeah.
suicide by cop.
I'm kind of glad, though, that we will get to a trial. I mean, we'll have to hear some asshole.
Dude, why? Why wouldn't you rather had him gunned down? Now we get to take care of him for how many decades?
Well, because if you can get any information from him, and I don't know, that's the best part about Guantanamo. The military can go in there and fucking do whatever they got to do to get information.
Pulling toenails.
Hell yeah. Whereas now he'll be lawyered up, but he's talking, he's chirping, and so I don't know. We'll see. I heard one guy, like a neighbor or something, like, I don't agree with what he did, but I totally understand why he did it. I'm like, out, you, out, out now.
In this case, how can you not agree with what he did, but not a problem?
I can understand why he did. Out, get out. Brett Ratner.
Ratner.
The Rat. I think he was called the Rat in high school.
Sure, for
Had
sure.
to,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, why not?
What up, Rat? He's filed lawsuit, defamation lawsuit.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to go very well
But
for him.
he's booted out of all Warner Brothers projects, isn't he?
Well, he doesn't want to be in the way. He doesn't want to be a disturbance.
Gotcha.
So
One of them
his
was the
call.
Playboy Hugh Hefner movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was working on that.
No kidding.
We mentioned that the other day. I think Jared Leto is going to play Hefner.
Oh, a young Hefner?
Yeah.
Cool. I like Leto.
Yeah.
It's good. So now we've got, I believe, 7 women have accused him of assault. And again, so he's filed suit against this Melanie Kohler and said that she's made deliberately false and malicious accusations in an October Facebook post where she wrote that Brett had raped her and was a rapist on at least one night in Hollywood 12 years ago when he preyed on her as a drunk girl and forced himself on her. He says that statement is entirely false, fabricated, and fictional. So, just to be clear, his counsel is seeking damages to cover the injuries to his personal and professional reputations, as well as
Emotional distress.
worry, anger, and anxiety that he's feeling now because of this. Soon after the announcement of that, we had Lee Forrester told the New York Times that he masturbated in front of her at one point, so that's a new claim for him. She was cornered by Ratner one night and claims she watched in shock as he proceeded to jack off in front of her. He basically pushed me into the room, comes in, closes the door behind him, and shoves me against the wall. He told her he was going to show her some old reels, like movie reels. He then tried to tug her clothing off before he just blew. He just blew everywhere. She's like, it was over pretty quick. She's like, I didn't know what to do. She's all dismayed and, blah, blah, blah.
So he's going
Poor
down swinging
girls.
at least. I mean, it becomes a he said, she said, right?
Yeah, I hope, it was announced yesterday that Kevin Spacey is going for some treatment.
Is he really?
Yeah, he is. He's announced that he's taken some time to seek out treatment, and that's great news. We hope he gets the help he needs.
He's a victim in all this, as we know,
Well, as a gay man,
He's just afflicted with these things.
Yeah.
that he needs to be cured of.
dude, imagine if you couldn't go 5 feet without having to grab somewhere between 14 to 29-year-old male's dick and balls. I mean, that'd be a terrible thing to have to live with and suffer through. And so I'm hoping some horseback riding, maybe a hot tub or two
Infinity pool.
in Malibu, perhaps will be just what maybe some finger painting. And I saw ring toss at one of those as well, which could be great. Who doesn't like a good game of ring toss?
I prefer jarts, but I'll take ring toss.
Jarts are hard now because they don't want kids sticking themselves.
If you have a classic set of jarts, though,
Yeah,
golden.
they are
That
awesome.
little hoop down there and just.
I could play some ledgers out there too. I don't know if I ever told you. The first time I ever played that game, I got 2
washers,
ledgers.
dude.
Washers, yeah. I got 2.
I don't even know what it's called.
Well, it's probably first ballot Hall of Fame stats to get 2.
Didn't
on
somebody
the
email
ledge.
in and just be like, dude, it happens all the time?
Plus, you need
Oh,
a
how many of you guys
career,
got
dude. You need a career, not just 2.
Yeah. No, that is remarkable. I've never had a ledger, and I've
Yeah.
played a fair amount, so that is somewhat
No,
remarkable
I
in my
appreciate
mind.
that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
There's
Thank you.
people that throw no hitters that aren't in the Hall of Fame, dude.
Not 2 of them. You throw 2 no hitters.
Your first time out. Your first 2 times out.
First 2 times out, and then you walk away from the game. I think you're a first ballot Hall of Famer. So yeah, there's more guys that are going to be coming out against Spacey, but he's taken the time necessary to seek evaluation and treatment. Reps did not say what kind of treatment he'll be seeking or where.
Thank God he's getting the help he needs.
Yeah, I mean, how do you evaluate that? Do you just be like, I can see it in your hands. You like to grab young guys' dicks and balls. Now, if we can get you on that mighty steed out there, we'll get you back in the acting game in no time.
For real, if some of these didn't we read that article one time where the one doctor said it was all bullshit and he knows it's bullshit?
Yeah.
I wonder if for real, if you got into some of these real high end all actors during the meetings, if there's just a real thought of just like, hey guys, just be here 30 days.
Yeah.
We'll have a few sessions where we talk. Don't worry, they'll only last a half hour. We'll let you ride, your horse.
We've postured you guys as victims. You're good.
Yeah, you're good.
Enjoy yourself.
Wink,
The
wink,
bar's
like-
open.
Bar's open. You guys have each paid a couple $100,000 to be here.
Enjoy
not
yourselves,
gonna-
guys.
yeah, we're not- dude.
We'll see you in 30, okay?
Yep.
Good.
Yeah,
All you got to do is once a day come into this closed door meeting with me for 30 minutes. We'll play some video games really quick, but we'll pretend we had a nice session going in here, and then it's off to horseback riding, gentlemen.
What do you say?
Yeah. Whole room's excited to go horseback riding. It just seems like a joke, man. Like, no, you took advantage of people. You didn't do that before, and then you got a little power, and you took full advantage of it. There's no
Yeah.
cure for that.
Seems like it.
Stop being an asshole.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I prescribe. As your doctor, I prescribe stop being an asshole. If it's not yours, don't touch it. Randy
And the funny
Quaid.
thing is, dude, I know we talk about this a million times, and you could say it a million times, but you're Kevin Spacey. The reality is, if you come out as gay, you'll get dick. I mean, dude, you'll get it.
Yeah.
It's not like you'll have you could go to a gay bar and a gay club and you'll get dick, dude.
Oh,
You don't-
I'm sure he was getting plenty of dick, but
Right.
there's
Yeah.
something in him that
Right.
makes him be, a predator
Yeah.
like that.
And he thought, probably from his reps, like, dude, it's go time. Let's announce you're gay. That gets you that clean slate. You're good. And he did, and it backfired. Poor guy. So now they've just gone down the checklist. Okay, now what? It's like, okay, seeking treatment, evaluation, some bullshit like that. We'll get you fixed up.
the memes out there of people too, like there's like memes, people of course getting like pulled over at a red light or by a cop, and it's like, sir, do you realize you're doing this and this and this and that? Me, I'm gay. It's like,
Oh, well, carry on.
As you were, sir, as you were. Randy Quaid has come out and revealed that he was ass raped bigly.
Does Randy Quaid have any credibility anymore, though? Wasn't he like hunkered down in some house with a weirdo girlfriend in Canada
Yeah.
or something?
Oh yeah, that beard alone says no credibility left.
Yeah.
he's
No, he
calling.
had some mental issues, didn't he? Like legit.
Yeah, weren't there like, I don't know, tax issues, and so they ran across the border and snuck into Canada, and I thought he got arrested. Finally, they got him, but that's just
Cousin Eddie, man.
Yeah.
Oh, the mighty have fallen.
But yeah, he took to Twitter to say like he had this friend when he was a kid, and he liked to play with him, and they were boys and they would play, and one day Randy was like, "Hey, you want to play?" And the kid's like, "Yes, but the only way is if we go to the bathroom for a minute first." And so
boy.
Randy's like, "Okay."
Shitter's full.
And so, and so he says at that point he was absolutely butt raped, and the kid was like holding him there. He had a glass bottle of rubbing alcohol.
Oh,
as his
Randall.
threat.
Oh,
And
Randall.
At the age of 5.
What he was going to hit him in the head with a glass bottle of rubbing alcohol
guess.
if he didn't take it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so he took it. He's saying this, so people are like, so why are you going public with this now? And he's like, well, everybody else is. I figured I'd throw my hat into the ring too.
Hashtag me too.
And so it's like, all right, thanks, Randy.
Fair enough.
I'm glad I know that, I
Did you
guess.
say he was 5 years old when that happened?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Wow. How confusing for a 5-year-old.
14-year-old neighbor.
Damn. man.
14 on a 5-year-old. But, you keep in mind, you saw what he looks like. I mean, I want to believe this story. I really, really do. But that beard tells me I can't. You know what I mean? But then he's like, time to drain the Hollywood swamp and get rid of these creeps. So I don't know what.
14-year-old grew up to be a Hollywood producer? Or,
Maybe the 14-year-old was a Hollywood producer, and I don't know.
I think old Randall just wanted to be involved.
Yep, get my name back in the paper. Well, hey, I was raped too. Let me see if I can get back in the game. Maybe we could make another Christmas vacation.
Come on, Randall. Everybody, including myself, is about to dust off that Christmas vacation, throw it in the DVD player and play it, all right, man?
Yeah.
You were about to be on our radar again.
Or pull out the VCR and plug it in for the first time in 20 years. And
Yeah.
pop that son of a bitch in there.
Russ?
Yeah.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, there you are. He's such a good actor too. I love some of this. I don't remember what he's been in except for
Really?
Vacation,
He's a good actor.
I thought he was hilarious in Christmas Vacation.
Yeah. Yeah, he was.
I really
He's
did.
in all of those that he was in.
Yeah, I can't name a single other thing he's done, but I remember thinking I like that guy.
I forgot that he was in Independence Day as kind of the drunk dad of the one kid, kind of like the town.
Oh,
drunk
he was the kid. He was
Kingpin.
the Amish kid in Kingpin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, his brother was a far more successful actor,
Yeah.
Dennis.
Oh, Dennis Quaid.
Yeah.
He's falling off
Because he
too.
looked a lot more normal.
Yeah, for sure.
Randy's a bit
Oh yeah,
of a big dude.
a little bit out there.
Hey, everybody, please use our affiliate links. You'll see our Amazon and Groupon links above the fold at DetroitCast.com. Check them out and shop away. Doesn't cost you more. The key is, though, to click through our links. And with Christmas right around the corner, Amazon is the place to shop. Also, make sure you're shopping MyPillow.com for all your bedding-related needs. Use TDC code for the very best discount.
Did you see Amazon, by the way, announced they're opening Black Friday deal store right now? Amazon. So shoppers have the chance to secure deals 3 weeks before the annual discount starts. So if you're
There has never been a company quite like Amazon.
just for the sake of conversation, if you were looking for the Tickle Me Elmo doll, $19.99 right now.
So we're just backing
10
everything
bucks
up.
off.
We're just backing everything up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bag up.
The Dyson Ball multi-floor upright vacuum, $150, dude. Usually $300.
Bag up, Terry. Put it in reverse, Terry.
Backed up 3 weeks. So if you're looking to get your shopping started, hey, go for it. And if you do your shopping through our Amazon portal link, you won't run the risk of being in Walmart and having a guy walk in and shoot you in the face.
That's a great point, Mike.
You know what I mean?
What a great point.
Yeah.
Use our Amazon link, DetroitGas.com, and you will not get shot in the face.
Did you see that fucking
Dude
story?
walks in Colorado Walmart, boom, 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 walks out, drives away.
Drives away.
They still don't have him.
They caught him. They
Oh,
caught
they
him this
did.
morning.
Good.
Yes.
Because they had his fucking car, picture of it, license plate, everything. Like,
Dude, the picture of him walking out of the store, just
deadpan.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Nonchalant, whatever. They have arrested him and
Thank God.
in the Denver area. Yeah, Scott Ostrom is his name. 47 years old. He looked a lot older than 47 to me.
He did, yeah.
He was taken into custody 10 hours after he walked into the store. The three victims, you got two men and a woman, were all in the same area near the front of the store at the time of the shooting. He did not say anything during it, and then just walked back out and fled the scene in a red Mitsubishi Mirage.
What?
What?
What is that, E?
Oh, this is no, never mind. This is something else.
Yeah.
Naked
That
man
is-
at Walmart thought it would be funny for him to be naked. This is just a dude. Who was
Thank you
naked.
for alerting us to that in the middle of a story.
Yeah, that was totally unrelated,
Yeah.
completely and totally. He was captured just 5 miles from the scene. He declared bankruptcy in 2015, but he's really off their record. Other than that, he doesn't have much of a police record or anything. It's like, dude,
They're walking amongst us, dude.
It-
Walking amongst us.
imagine think about that. You're sitting there at a Meijer or a Walmart by the register. There's a line, and some dude just walks in, boom, 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 fires off 20 or 30 rounds, kills 3 people, and you're just like,
Incredible.
it's just, I don't know, man. People are absolutely insane. People are insane, and then we don't know anything about him, so I don't know what you do. But I have a feeling he'll go to jail for quite a long time, though.
Yeah.
I really do. I think
I think they're going to throw the book at him.
I think they will, and I hope they don't get him. He doesn't get released on bail because he could be a flight risk. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the video of the woman kidnapped in
No.
Alabama?
No.
Another dude. This is right up the alley of Dirtface or Nana. One of these where
Well, the dirt face, of course, was real scary.
guy like broke into this chick's house. And I don't have a ton of details right now.
It's like
but
taking her to an ATM or something. Is that?
I don't know what he was doing. He I guess he went into her house and like choked her out and then put her in the trunk of the car.
I screamed, but nobody heard me.
And then he took off. His name is Timothy Wyatt. He's been stopped, but check this out. So he stops for gas,
Yeah.
and he's gone for a couple seconds.
Oh, and then she busts out of the trunk.
yeah,
Ha! Awesome.
just like Nana did.
Yeah. He pulls up. That's him right there.
yeah.
What is that?
It's a 2001 Neon.
I don't think it's a Neon, but Might be a 2001.
Sort of glances back, takes a look back, and just walking into the gas station.
So she's going to go into the gas station next, and he's like, oh, shit. And he just hightails it out of there.
So she finds the emergency latch, no doubt.
Yep.
Oh, man. Come on, lady. Get out of there. Oh, Jesus. There she is.
All right, here she comes.
It
There you
opens,
go.
pops open.
Oh, there you
She's
go.
out.
Well, see you later.
She's got her coat in her hand.
She's not leaving that coat behind. Are you kidding me? No way.
That is
chilly
nuts,
out.
dude. And here she is entering. Okay,
So here he is in the store.
He's got a Bill Cosby sweater on.
Hell
looks
yeah,
like.
he does. He's going to pick up some beers and
And
shit.
shit.
Maybe grab some rubbers and shit. And then
she's gonna run into the same
it's like,
store.
oh, shit. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Time for me to go. Gotta
They run right by each other, like within 4 feet. Oh my God, man!
See you later and shit. And he is gone, dude.
You're so right.
Now he's running back out to the car, close the trunk. How'd the trunk come open? I don't know.
Did you see where he fucked up, though?
Oh, yeah.
Did you see where he made his mistake?
He should have duct taped her.
Dude, you gotta duct tape her,
Yeah,
or you
I
gotta
know.
tie her.
Yeah.
I personally, I'm hog tying. I'm
They
going
put me
feet.
down in the floor, and then one of them sat on me.
But here was the key for them.
They tied my hands and put a gag in my mouth.
Who wouldn't?
Yes, they were like 15 and they
Yeah.
knew to do that. This guy, I mean, what is
I
he?
can't get over this.
Dude, I don't care how old your car is. They've all got that release in the trunk. Everybody knows that.
You're right.
There they go.
Sorry,
He's coming down the aisle. They're perpendicular to each other.
Left something in the car. Be right back. Be right back.
Oh, my.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. My trunk's open. Left my trunk open. Let me just close that really quick. Be right back in.
And there we go. They catch
right.
this asshole or
Yeah,
what?
they did. They caught him like a few miles away. Timothy Wyatt was his name. He was stopped.
How
during-
abused had this woman been already? Was it bad?
I don't know. He was out on jail at the time on bond for, let's see, attempted murder, first-degree sodomy, and third-degree robbery. So, yeah, I think he's
Good
probably
job,
gonna-
defense lawyer.
Yeah.
Good job.
I hope they have a stiffer bail set for next time because we need him to behave. If he's going to be out there, I don't want him just choking out women and throw them in the trunk.
Damn, man.
Moron. Michelle Obama.
Yeah.
What's her deal, dude?
You know, she's out there talking. What is she talking at? Like a women's conference or something?
She told the first Obama Foundation International Summit, that's what she was talking to, that men are raised to be babies and women are brought up to be strong. She doesn't have any sons, does she?
She does not.
Fuck would she know?
Right.
Do you have it?
Well, that's one of the questions. It's like raising our men. We got to. I was talking to my mother
took
about
that
that the other
segue,
day.
yes.
It's like the problem in the world today is we love our boys and we raise our girls. You know, we raise them to be strong,
What is
and
she talking
sometimes
about?
we take care not to hurt men. And I think we pay for that a little bit, and that's a we thing because we raising them, you know. And it's powerful to have strong men, but what does that strength mean? You know, does it mean respect? Does it mean responsibility? Does it mean compassion? Or are we protecting our men too much so they feel a little entitled and a little,
What?
you know,
What?
a little self-righteous sometimes? But that's kind of on us too,
Right.
as women and
Yeah.
mothers.
Yes.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
as we nurture men and push girls to be perfect.
What are you talking about?
What is she talking about?
Absolutely.
Seriously, do you know what the fuck she's talking about? I don't even know what that means.
No, yeah, that's weird.
I feel like-
we raise our girls, but not our men.
We
Yeah.
love our men, or love our boys, but
Too
raise
easy.
our
Too
women.
easy on them.
I feel like you raise your boys,
Raising raising two boys and a girl.
hoping for them to be men,
Yeah.
right?
Some dude at your door, man.
Oh, really?
Jesus, take care of that.
Damn, boy. Yeah, there was some work being done here, and they took some bushes out in the front. Dude, I don't know what it was.
He's gonna want payment
Yeah. Just pay me.
in whatever form he wants.
Something hit the window so fucking hard.
Oh,
today.
really?
Dude, I was afraid to go look. It might be a deer. I don't know. Something flew into that damn window really hard, though. Sounded big.
Sorry, we digress. I have no idea what Obama was talking about there, and she seemed to be all over the place too. I don't
Yeah.
think. I think it was one of those statements where she didn't really know where she was going.
Not terribly well thought out. Is that what
No,
you're thinking?
correct, but it made all the headlines
Can
because
she?
it was a bit odd.
Can she go away now?
No,
Like-
because she was propped up as perhaps a candidate in the future. You
Well,
know,
she
when
is.
When
Well,
when she spoke at the DNC and all
Yeah.
that, she got great fanfare. So
Yeah. Well, great. We'll see you in 2020. You know, obviously you're next in line to be president. Clearly the most qualified. But you know, go away for a little while. Don't presidents and their fucking wives usually just go away?
they do,
And
Mike.
it's
But these are
very
different times. We need the Obamas.
Is it? I don't feel like we do. Maybe it's just that they're younger, and it's like, I'm not just going to sit here. I mean, most of the guys are 80 by the time they get out. and
Not
so-
only are they younger, but they're more tied to pop culture. You know, and
Yeah.
they're more celebrity
Yeah.
than we'd had in the past. I mean, they tied themselves to Jay-Z and Beyonce, for example.
and
so-
Lucas
Yeah.
and everyone else. All right, E, who was at the door?
Just animal control situation.
Oh shit! What did you tell him?
To do whatever you need it to do. Just take care of it.
You've got it. Go ahead, sir. You're good.
He asked me he has permission to walk around your yard and do stuff, and I said yes.
Hell yes.
Good job, E. That's a perfect answer.
Like, sir, I poop in the driveway whenever I want. You do whatever you gotta do.
Whatever you need to do, you just feel free to
I
go
didn't
do it.
really ask for any identification or anything like that. I just kind of assumed that a guy wouldn't just come up saying he worked for animal control. So I was just like, yeah, go at it, man.
Oh man.
Do what you got to do around here. I think out back is where the trap is.
Did you see the new Star Wars trailer?
I have not.
The teaser.
No, I haven't.
Oh,
Dude, this is news to me.
Luke gets in the Millennium Falcon.
Fuck yes.
So kick ass.
There he is. He's in. He's in the cockpit.
That guy's got anger issues.
God, I love his voice. Kylo's.
It is awesome.
Rises, and light to meet it.
December 15th.
Ah,
I
yes.
need someone to show me my place.
That was
in all
Luke.
this.
Come on!
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
I love that little guy.
Is that a Porg?
Yeah, he's a Porg.
This is not going to go the way you think.
Oh no. Did you see that?
Dude, they tie it together to make you guess at what. Oh my God, is she going to hurt Luke? No, not necessarily. She could be pulling that up against someone else.
I know,
They
but
always
it-
try to trick you. Mike,
looks-
they try to trick you. Is
I
this
know.
your first trailer?
I know, but it looks like she's gonna strike down Luke.
There actually wasn't a ton of new footage in that other than that last scene, those last two shots.
Yeah.
All that footage was shown in the prior trailer, but it was put together differently.
Really?
Yes.
Luke in the Falcon?
Not the Falcon, right.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the opening with the Falcon and then that ending was the
Yeah.
only new one.
And then we get to see the Black Stormtrooper. What's his name? Finn?
Yeah,
Finn. And he's taking on that silver Stormtrooper chick.
Yeah.
I like that chick.
Captain Phasma.
Yeah, Phasma. That outfit is so badass looking.
You're a big fan of the Stormtrooper.
Yeah, I always have been. I think when I was young, I didn't realize it was a costume. Like those guys get up and go to work and they put on their Stormtrooper outfit. Like I thought
Grab
that's
their
just what
lunch
they
pail
were.
and they
Yeah.
just- yeah.
You know? But I didn't realize it was an outfit that they wore. You know, I always thought that was just who they were.
You didn't realize that when in the first movie, Luke and Han actually,
Yeah, just-
clubbed a couple of them, then put their
Yeah.
outfit on.
No, I remember that totally. And then they got in
How
the
did they
trash
do that?
compactor.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't think that far ahead. Yeah, I probably should have thought of that, but I didn't. But I'm looking forward to this one, man. I'm excited for this movie.
Totally.
For real.
Hey, DealsInTheD.com has several dealerships for listeners to choose from. One that doesn't get enough attention, however, is Zott M59 Toyota in Waterford. Yes, they have the same ridiculous deals you've come to expect from our friends at Zott, as well as a fully certified state-of-the-art body shop. So get to Zott M59 Dodge Ram in Highland, Zott M59 Chrysler Jeep in White Lake, Zott M59 Toyota in Waterford, and of course, Zott Ford in Holly. Support our podcast while enjoying a world-class experience on your next new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, only from DealsInTheD.com.
Hey, do you think you could teach me enough buzzwords that I could pull off faking as a lawyer?
Heretofore,
Yeah, that's brother counsel. I think I would use.
the aforementioned,
Yeah,
said listing.
said listing. Do you think it would take, like, if you really honestly tried and gave me all the buzzwords and just some broad strokes, you think I could pull it off and fake some people out?
Sure.
You think so?
Yeah.
Because the lady did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She showed up in court and did something.
Well, she's a 48-year-old woman. She's admitted, I was faking as a lawyer. Sorry about that. Hope no one got in trouble based on my counsel. She bilked hundreds of New York prison inmates out of more than $20,000. Antonia Barone is her name. She pled guilty to a scheme to defraud and will serve 16 months to 3 years. She's also been ordered to pay nearly $270,000 in restitution and fines. Dude, she only bilked $20,000. Why does she have to pay back $270,000?
Dude, these people who go through, like, there's been doctors, right? We've had stories where, particularly that one kid, he's acting like a doctor. Like, dude, why
trying
don't
to
you
buy
just
cars and shit.
go ahead and become one? You know, if you're so interested in that, like, how
And
far
driven, because he was busted multiple times.
What's
posing
your
as a
end
doctor.
game, man? What do you really think you're going to get away with this?
They
You're walking
must.
amongst us, Mike.
For some people, it's like, yeah, the internet's great. I can draw up what looks like a real diploma, frame it, rent an office, put DDS on the door, and just start...
and fucking become a dentist. Honestly, you're gonna like
well, not
you're
a
gonna
dentist.
Drill someone's teeth?
What was he? I don't remember what kind of
MD?
doc. MD. Yeah, you put your name on the door, and then it's like, wait
And
for
do
the phone
what?
to
I
ring.
mean,
Wait for the
how
phone to
long
ring.
before your prescription doesn't get filled? You know.
I'm not filling scripts, dude. I'm just like checking out knees and
Yeah.
arthritis, and then I'm sending everybody to a specialist. Everybody's going to a specialist. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
just
like
orthopedic
I
stuff,
look
right?
at it,
That joint, boy, that's
How's
not,
that feel?
Doesn't have the mobility.
Yeah, a little stiff.
Therapist, you could probably get away with being a therapist or something if you kind of just put up a thing on the door.
The
and-
rapist?
The
You
rapist.
could definitely be the rapist.
Yeah,
Just
for
to
sure.
do with all you need is a pad of paper and be able to say, and how did that make you feel? And what did that mean?
Yes.
What do you
Tell
think
me?
that meant?
And then what happened? And then what happened?
Just have to be a great listener. That's all.
Just have to go. Maybe stroke a beard.
That's interesting.
You think that your
I want you
mother
to think
is the
about
reason
that over the next few
Yeah.
days. We'll talk about that again.
Which one put their finger in your butt? Your mom or your dad?
And what do you think that means, that it was your mom and not your dad? Did you find it? Just some things to ponder. He's drawing dicks in his pad.
Yeah, you're right. You could be the rapist, no question.
For sure.
But to be an MD, a DDS, you could. I guess you could be a lawyer. I don't know how far you get before
Yeah.
somebody tries to, have something enforced, and somebody's like, "Yeah, dude, that doesn't hold water, man."
Yeah. Well, that doctor kid, I think he was focused on like taking advantage of old ladies. And so he was probably doing a lot of arthritis checks, we got to.
I'm not liking this. This doesn't look
you
good.
have to work that knee out, Gertrude. You just have to. Just get it every day. I
And I
know.
suppose that's all you can do other than butt injections. I mean,
Yeah.
if people come in
Yeah.
wanting a big fat ass, you
Hell
can take
yeah.
care of that, or you can do the elderly thing.
So I don't know exactly how this chick did this, but they say she created a fake persona as a parole attorney named Mario Vrendenberg and swindled $23,000 from 400 state inmates and their families through a business called the NYS Prisoner Assistance Center, which purported to specialize in parole cases.
He's
Seems-
laughing because he's thinking exactly what I'm doing. Like, look at all the energy put into this.
I know. It's so
like, just
much
go
for
fucking get a
$20,000
job, man.
For $20,000.
I know.
Like, because she's doing this like sounds like it's onesie twosies. Like
Yeah.
over 400 people, she only got $20,000.
I know. Well, yeah, that's why they went to her. She was inexpensive. Yeah, she tricked customers into thinking she had an office filled with like lawyers, and it was just like her.
Mm-hmm.
And
Johnson will get back to you. He's my main guy when it comes to burglary, so he'll get back to you.
Johnson's the burglary guy. Yeah.
Just like with you guys on the hardware store. Just like, oh yeah, this
Yeah.
guy.
Mike's,
knows.
Yeah, he'll get you a new ball cock for sure.
Hell
You'll see
yeah.
Mike.
Yeah, this is Jay. I'd like to introduce you to
DUI.
Jay. He's our expert in this department.
Yeah.
He's really the nuts and bolts guy around here. Jay, you wanna help him out over here? Motherfucker. Yeah, you're right. The effort that goes into that to like sounds like open a building.
Yeah, it's like a psychological thing going on. It's not just profit motivated.
It
There's
can't be.
something.
There are so many times when you see cases like this. Like, dude, people that spend. It's like the people on welfare that spend literally as much time trying to just keep up, like going to fake, job run interviews, and like
Yeah.
they do all this shit. It's like, dude, you could actually just get a job. Like,
Yeah.
like
That sucks though. You're admitting defeat at that point. E.
I know. I
want to give up. But in her defense, I mean, law school's not cheap. You know that firsthand, Jay. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's not fun either.
it's not. There's a lot of fucking reading and paperwork and bullshit. And
testing.
dude, who hasn't seen a case on TV play out? Whether you're watching L.A. Law or and
Judge
it's like,
Judy, whatever it is.
I could have fucking ruled. I would have seen it the same way. Like I don't need years of law school and few $100,000, dude, I get what's going on there, and I'll make a ruling all day long.
I'm with you.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, I feel like I could argue some cases. No problem. That's what she thought, too. Anyway, ready for the today's outrage story?
Sure.
To me, this is hilarious. I don't know if anyone else will find this hilarious, but we've got a restaurant in Texas, and they've come under fire for their bathroom doors.
Oh my God! Does it say men and female on them?
It's
No,
So
it's
help
a-
me God.
It's a Caitlyn Jenner door, isn't it?
Yeah. Doty's Place Cajun Bar and Grill in Allen, Texas, uploaded pictures, and it's like, come meet our newest members. And so they've got Caitlyn as the woman's bathroom, and then they've got a full-size poster of Bruce from the 76 Olympics as the men's. And so, yeah, people were, they've got it from the cover of Vanity Fair. You can see it there.
Yeah.
Dude, that's funny as shit. I'm sorry. You know, some people are obviously going to take offense to this, but that's funny as hell. Most people called it creative and hilarious. Others did not find this so funny. They thought the signage was offensive, disgusting, and insensitive to the trans community. Some vowed to boycott. Oh, boy. That's too bad.
You think the people that are boycotting are really going to this restaurant? I'm sorry, dude.
Is this really transphobic? I mean, is this... Like,
Oh,
I know
Mike, it's-
anytime someone has a joke about some of this stuff, it's like, oh, you're being transphobic. Is this
Actually,
really...
aren't they saying that in this? Aren't they saying that Caitlyn's a woman?
Yeah, I mean, in a sense,
It's technically correct.
it's very correct.
Is it, though? Did she get her dick and balls chopped yet?
I thought she did.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
My point is,
So
in
many
a
trans
way,
stories, I don't
know.
it's
Yeah.
kind of being you could they.
It's
that's
being
I
disrespectful,
know.
let's be honest.
I know, but I'm just saying that'd be my argument.
Terry says, I do not get the joke. If you don't think trans women should use women's restrooms, why should you think this is funny? Another Anita, feel free to publicize the blatant trans bigotry at Doty's Place in Allen. I will not be eating at Doty's ever again. Pathetic. I wrote them an email and posted this on their Facebook wall. So that's good. People need to lighten the fuck up, man. I was watching Bill Burr's stand-up special. I don't remember when. It was a while ago, but he's like, yeah, I'm at this bar in Texas, another place in Texas, and he said the waitress had written on the sign out in front. You know how sometimes they'll have a sign out like by the walkway?
Yep.
And the sign said, we like our beer the way we like our violence, domestic. And he's like, that is a great fucking joke. He's like, it's a great joke. He's like, that every single word is needed in that. You can't take one word out of the joke. It's the perfect joke. It's a great joke. And someone, of course, takes a picture of the sign, puts it on Facebook or wherever. And in the end, it's like, I guess she went to the manager, was like, I'm going to post this on Facebook. You need to take this down or something. And he's like, yeah, it's kind of our sense of humor. Go fuck yourself kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so she does. And in the end, the manager got fired and the waitress got blown out. And it's like,
You're all angry now.
can no one take a joke anymore? It's Caitlyn. I guess Caitlyn Jenner's been off the table since day one. We're not supposed to joke at all about Caitlyn Jenner
You're right, dude.
for whatever reason.
Just supposed to accept it and accept that shit immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately and entirely.
Outrageous. Yeah, let's take a quick time out. And Boberg Dahl is still in trial.
Trial. I thought he pled guilty. No?
Yeah, well, he's got before
Sentencing?
sentencing. Yeah, sentencing. That's what I meant. And he's got his team of doctors evaluating him and stuff like that. We can give you an update on that. And also Peroni's.
Oh, this is the bent dick
It's
syndrome.
bent. Yeah. He pulled it out. It's bent. Paula Jones, right? Bill Clinton's. It's bent. Ask me if I'm lying. Pull it out. It's bent. We'll discuss that more next.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break.
Hi, everyone. This is Kelly Menino, your event coordinator for the Hamlin Pubs. Did you know that Hamlin Pubs offer 2 private rooms at each location, both located in Shelby Township? We specialize in all kinds of events, from bridal and baby showers, dinner rehearsals, to corporate luncheons and wedding receptions. My team is committed to making your occasion your most memorable event. Give me a call today so that we can plan your next event. Call me at 586-596-1425 or visit our website at hamlinpubs.com.
The Detroit Cast continues now, bitches. Here's Mike and Jay.
I could care less.
God, everybody's probably saying that. Welcome back to the Detroit Cast, powered by DealsInTheD.com. Mike and Jay. Dude, we almost forgot.
It's Ease's History Day.
Yeah, it's the end of the week.
It's this day in history with Big E. Are you ready, Easis?
Did you do something for us today? Are we going to learn something?
I have something.
Did you prepare a lesson?
I did.
Remember, I'm a visual learner.
There's a lot of visual aids.
Oh, good.
Today.
Okay, good.
In fact, there's even video today. Or we just go right into it, or?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
sorry. I thought something else was going to happen. I apologize. Okay, well, on this date, November 2nd, 1947, the H-4, the Hercules, better known as probably the Spruce Goose, took flight.
Is that Howard Hughes?
Yes.
The Spruce Goose.
The Spruce Goose. Yep, he's a good goose.
And here's the, obviously, here's an image.
Beautiful.
Plane.
After 3 seconds of glorious flight.
Glorious flight.
Yes, this, and you know, I will say I learned a little more about this than I realized. I kind of just knew this as a joke. I'd seen the movie, and I kind of thought it was just this joke that this rich, eccentric man had made a big plane, seeing if he could do it or something. I did not realize it had an actual purpose to the war effort and whatnot.
I didn't either. Tell me more.
It would, the thing was, is we needed to build something to get like more mass groups of soldiers across the ocean, and we were having issues, and our boats were getting destroyed by submarines and German U-boats.
Yes, it's a big problem.
They were getting taken down like motherfuckers. So we wanted to. Somebody came up with the idea of trying to make a plane boat, like because the idea that since it didn't have to land or take off, didn't need landing gear or takeoff gear, it could just kind of hover over the ocean to get to the other side and bring about. This one would have brought 750 soldiers in a the Spruce Goose.
So you just put it in the water and then it took off in the water?
Well, the hope is that it would take off. It did take off, and as you see in this image, I mean, it's over the water.
So no landing gear at all. It's totally a seaplane.
Well, it doesn't need a runway, just the water to take off and land.
Cool.
So, and actually, I did
know that.
Pull up the film. I did pull up the film. Get to about here. This is like that old-timey newsreel thing.
Here we are.
I think there's a lot of that going on. But it does show.
Oh, she's a beaut. Look at her.
There it is, folks. You're looking at the Spruce Goose. First ever takeoff on water.
It flew.
Oh, Howard Hughes has outdone himself this time, folks. See?
The brainchild of Howard Hughes.
It was
An
only
eccentric millionaire, yes. Known to bottle his own urine and feces.
It was only up in the air for 26 seconds, and it went about a mile. But that was proof enough technically that it could do it.
26 seconds of glorious flight.
Not bad.
That's it.
It's better than 3.
So wait, they tested it. It went a mile, and they're like, "Yeah, throw on 700 troops." Let's go.
No. Well, for one, it was supposed to be done years early. It took forever to make because Hughes was a known perfectionist. So that was an issue. 2, because of the war effort, they were trying to do this without using aluminum because aluminum was like that one of those war restrictions. There was how back in the day you hear old people talk about we couldn't have salt because of the war.
Ration.
Yeah.
There was rationing. So he tried to make it out of wood. He did not like the nickname the Spruce Goose. In fact, he hated it. It was made out of mostly birch, but it was called the Spruce Goose just because the look of the color of it looked a little more like a goose. He would rather have it.
Really? That's actually made out of birch?
Mostly birch.
Really? That's not aluminum?
No.
Did it get waterlogged?
Jesus.
No.
It sure looks aluminum, and I didn't look at that and go, it's color of a goose. I don't see it.
I don't see a goose. Tell me where. Draw the goose. I don't see it.
Well, it was the color. It says, I forget where it said the color
silver.
of it.
I've never seen a silver goose.
No, me either. And it's a black and white.
Well, this
Not
is
in
black
nature,
and white.
I haven't.
Where's the quote here? I do have the quote that says.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, here's the thing. So it was constructed mainly of birch. But the use of spruce. Along with the white gray color, people thought it looked like a goose.
Who
so
are
they
these
called
people?
It the Spruce Goose. And Hughes hated it.
Unreasonable.
He wanted it to be called the flying boat.
Honest to God, you show me those pictures, I would have never thought that's made of birch.
No.
I'd been it's an aluminum airplane, whatever.
Now they're all black and white, but
what did he want to call it, dude? His name was way worse than the Spruce Goose. Spruce Goose is way better.
Well, for one, it was technically called Hercules, and it was like H4 or HK4.
Okay.
Dude, does that look in any way birch to you, Mike?
No, not at all.
It's like a goddamn flying saucer.
Where are you getting your information? Unless it's all birch inside and that's all metal outside. Because you see the frame inside? That's birch.
There you go.
There's your birch.
Thank you, Mike.
Yeah.
The thing is,
Thank you, Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
It was supposed to be completed much sooner than it was.
Jerry's here. He's
he was
in the passenger seat. Hi, Mike.
But it took way too long to make. He claims it's because just of the fact that he couldn't use the materials. Although the government does say later, like he blamed the requirement on the the materials. The government said later, apparently they came in and said, dude, we said that you could have done it a different way at this point. You could have used aluminum, but he decided to forego that and keep going on the way he wanted to build it.
It does look like a piece of art, man, inside there. You know what I mean?
There's a
The
lot of
planks in there.
wasted space, though.
Yes.
You know
for
what
sure.
I mean? Like, I don't know how you're going to get guys in there.
The first flight, I believe, only had a few reporters, and what happened was he had been in the. Have you ever seen the movie? I don't know if you've never seen the movie. It was called Aviator.
What was that?
Well, he'd been brought to Congress to answer for this because he spent a lot of government money, $22 million.
Oh, he got a grant, did he?
Although he spent $18 million of his own money on it too, because he just eccentric and wanted.
Yeah, he's eccentric. That's how
spend
he
a lot
is.
of money.
I would expect nothing less.
He had to answer for it. He did have to go to a
Get
jury.
your wall bonds. Get your wall bonds, everybody.
Not a jury.
Jury.
A state war investigated committee, and he had to answer for it. And he was just saying that
It's like, overruns. What could I do? It's
no,
crazy.
he did what he did. And then during their break, he just went to himself. It wasn't the original flight, one and only flight was not planned. It was just he just went there, decided I'm going to do it today. He tried a few runs earlier that day, it didn't work, and then finally the last of the day he got up.
What was that?
Nothing.
Are you telling me that this thing only flew for 26 seconds and
One
about
time.
a mile? One time.
One time.
What the hell, man?
Dude, and this is a success in some form? Why are we celebrating
Government waste has abounded for decades.
I had no idea.
This is them transporting
This
it
is a
from
total
where
failure.
they built it. These images, if you're looking at any of these images right now, they're all images of it being transferred.
This is a time in our history, a dark time that should be forgotten.
Yeah, why
Not
are we
celebrated?
No. And then the guy goes on to jar his urine and feces and date it all. Like, this guy's an asshole.
Boy, E, I'm troubled that you
He
brought
kept.
this
He
to
was
light.
so into it that he kept. He kept staff on until his death, because he kept assuming that this was gonna become a thing and it was gonna
But he
fly.
kept a pilot staff and all?
People to maintain
On
it
call?
at a cost of $1 million a year.
Dude, what a boondoggle that is. Yeah, I maintained the Spruce Goose for
Yeah.
20 years.
Got it. So what, are they just going and lacquer the inside once a year? Looking good, boss. Got her all spruced up. The goose is all spruced.
At a cost of $1 million a year, he kept people on to keep paying for this thing.
Holy
because
shit.
He just had this feeling he wanted it to become something still. He thought it was still gonna.
Where is it now?
House right now in the Evergreen Aviation Museum in McMinnville, Oregon.
Oh,
can we see a current picture? Is there anything past 1950?
I don't know.
Anything in colory would be helpful.
Here we go.
Life must have sucked when it was in black and white.
I know.
You know what I
Very
mean? Like,
boring. Everything
walk
must have been
outside
boring.
and everything's in black and white.
There she is.
Look at a goose. I still don't see goose.
No, I don't get that either.
Not seeing it. It's a big ass plane.
What an
though.
endeavor, though, huh?
Yeah.
Look at that thing.
Yeah.
He did have a partner with him originally who. It was actually, if you looked at, the more I looked into it, if you really read, I read this huge long article about what really led to it, and it was kind of crazy.
Did you really read a huge long article?
Actually,
E,
okay, well,
did you
a
skim
few
it?
pages.
Yeah.
No, I actually read it though.
You printed it out and you were like, fuck, this is too
No,
long.
I could read. You know what? I copied and pasted a few things from it, and I
Yeah.
could read them for you. I'm not. But here's my thing. There was another guy. Before Hughes was even involved, that was in with the war effort to. We're gonna make a huge boat plane. And it is gonna, because this was a legit thing. And,
Oh, Hughes ripped this off.
Well,
the plot thickens, Jesus.
Oh, man. This guy's
guy-
sounding worse and worse by the minute.
This guy, I can't remember his first name, but it was like Kaiser or something.
Soze?
Something like that.
Was it
Anyway,
Kaiser Soze?
But he went to a few different people, and they didn't want to do it. The government, this and that. And then he finds Hughes to do it. But then they get in a big fight because Hughes is a perfectionist and is taking way too long to do it. And the
he's
other guy
jarring his
wants.
whiz and shit. Yeah, it's not good.
Like, hurry it up, Hughes. The war's almost over.
It was Hughes.
What did Hughes do to make his money? What funded
Well,
all
he
this?
was
Publishing, wasn't it?
Well, he was a film director too, or what? Producer or film director?
I mean, but $1 million a year back then is a lot to keep the goose spruced.
yeah.
So what did he? I mean,
I don't remember.
I thought it was publishing. Honestly,
Although he was into a lot of things. He did when he was 11, he built the first radio transmitter ever used in Houston.
when he was 11,
yes.
Shit, what were you doing when you were 11, Mike?
Shit,
throwing rocks at girls.
Yeah, probably.
In 1950,
getting holes in my jeans from wrestling on the ground, come home with grass stains.
Doing bunny hops on your mongoose.
You know what I was doing?
Sweet mag wheels.
Probably. Wiffle ball was huge when I was 11. Yep.
1938, he did Fly Around the World in a record in that time, 3 days, 19 hours, and 14 minutes. And I will say, here's the thing: like they were trying to decide on how big it was going to be, and he was settled with a weight of 400,000 pounds. The numbers reached based on creating the largest aircraft possible using the largest engines under development. 8 was considered the maximum amount of engines that would be okay. So this has 8 engines.
So they went ahead and put 8 on.
Yeah,
what's the maximum?
Go big.
So, I don't know. They're really, honestly, some people also called it the flying lumberyard by critics, based on the fact that it was out of wood and not aluminum.
Oh, boy, I just see aluminum. I mean, you'd really have to know what was going on inside that tube.
I know.
To be having all these wood callbacks, you know?
Yeah.
I gotta say, I finished up it only has to do with aviation because we talked about it, but I did finish up the, City in the Sky?
Oh, yeah, I still haven't seen that, E. I want to.
That's kind of crazy,
That's
man.
the documentary that talks about the process of getting through an airport.
Yeah, kind of, some of that stuff. But it also gets into in this because you mentioned aluminum and how the new flight planes are out of this fiber optics stuff, and it's much lighter, and they're saving gas and stuff, and it's just very
Isn't it about,
interesting.
like, traffic in the sky, too?
It's
Like,
about all of
how
that
they
shit.
deal with that.
Yeah,
like,
it's about all that
thousands of planes in the air at the same time.
They say there's in the movie it says there's upwards of 1 million people at any given minute in the sky, flying 100,000 flights a day.
Well, I won't question your statement about fiber optics. I'll just simply say that as a frequent visitor of the Dayton Air Force Museum, I didn't know anything about the spruce goose, and now I'm informed, E. Thank you very much, Professor.
Nicely done, sir. Nicely done. Was there any other fact? He's digging through his notes.
I
Oh,
know.
man.
I'm trying to
I've
find
got
out
him
one
on the
more
hook
really
now.
kind of cool
Let me
thing or
find
not.
a cool thing to say. You didn't? Were you going to mention the fact that he bottled his whiz and his shit?
No, I was
And
not.
E, how do you mention Howard Hughes without saying how he got his fortune and that he was so weird he bottled his whiz and shit?
Thank God Mike was here.
Sometimes I don't. You're right. Sometimes
You
I
didn't
don't
find
know.
that remarkable.
No, yeah. To him, he's like, I've got a bottle of my whiz right over there.
I drank it the other day and
Yeah.
it pooped in my trunk.
Yep.
I pooped in my trunk.
This guy's not that eccentric. I've been doing that for years.
Whatever,
Well,
dude.
Well, when the thing is when I'm looking some of this stuff up, dude. Sometimes I've had some of these where I literally have had another half a page about facts about the one individual, and you guys don't give a shit about him. So,
Well, that's
sometimes
on you. That's on the professor, not the students.
I'd be overly prepared if I were you, E, for these.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's your job to keep the attention of the class.
But
you're
you
right.
did a good job with the airplane.
apologize.
learned.
I agree.
I learned.
And I like the name Spruce Goose.
Well, Hughes would disagree with you.
Yeah. Nicely done, E. What's our clock at? Yeah, see? Lots of visual learning today. Very good.
That's
Good
good.
job, E.
Hey, yo, got to tell you about the Hamlin Pub. They have 5 locations: Clarkston, Chesterfield, Rochester, and 2 in Shelby Township. Hamlin Pub offers a wide selection of craft beers, most of which are brewed right here in Michigan. They have great happy hour specials Monday through Friday, 2 to 6, half off appetizers on Monday. Check out all their specials. All 5 locations. Go to hamlinpubs.com for more info.
Bo Bergdahl.
Yeah.
We still don't like him, right?
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, he's been called a bright but naive soldier, Jay, who suffers from several mental health conditions and is willing to break rules to do what he believes is right. This according to a forensic psychiatrist who testified yesterday.
Bought and paid for by the Bo Bergdahl team.
Exactly. The disorders played a role in Bergdahl's decision to leave his post and likely would have exacerbated if he is sent to prison. So we don't want to
Oh,
send
I
him to prison.
gotcha.
Yeah,
it's
it's-
just going to make it worse.
Make it worse.
He's been under enough stress.
The victim of these afflictions, keep him out, get
Yeah.
him treatment, maybe get him the rapist, see how it goes.
Get him a couple of the rapists. Why not? He's going to need it. This is according to Dr. Chuck Morgan III. He was an idealistic young man who didn't always sound everybody out on his plans. I like that. He didn't always sound everybody out on his plans.
Yeah, I've never heard that phrasing, but yeah, I do like it too.
I like that. Doesn't that kind of got a ring to
Yeah,
it?
sound everybody out.
Yeah. Keep that on tap.
Okay.
We might need to use that. Sound everybody out. He responds quickly, perhaps too fast, in trying to find solutions to a problem and acting on it. Brigdahl has PTSD as well as schizotypal personality disorder. And after reading about that, I think I have schizotypal as well, self-diagnosed at this point. But
You definitely have something.
yeah, which includes anxiety, eccentric behavior, grandiose thinking,
Oh, yeah.
social phobia,
Check.
I think both you guys have this.
and some cognitive defects.
Both you guys have this.
Dude.
Check.
Right down the list, dude. We've got schizotypal syndrome.
Perfect. Now
Jay,
can
you
start
can't make
that.
fun of us anymore.
Yeah.
We're schizotypal.
We know not to put you in prison. That would be
Sculpo,
awful.
as I like to call
This
it.
is better than going. Oh, by the way, I'm gay. I'm gay.
way better.
Dude, schizotypal.
Get out of jail free.
Pal? For sure. They say some of these conditions existed when Brigdahl enlisted in 2008, and they think his horrible upbringing had something to do with this.
Yep. His
Oh,
dad's
really?
at the root of this thing.
Dude, we've said it from day one.
Day one.
Yeah, you picked up on that dad right away. There's something off about that guy. And
Should I repeat my theory, my basic theory?
yeah, go ahead.
I believe he walked off. I believe his dad is a Taliban sympathizer. And he walked off with his dad promising him, look, man, you walk off, they'll take you captive, but we'll make a trade, a Herschel Walker-like trade.
Yeah.
It'll help out my cause. You'll be out of there within minutes. I mean,
Yeah.
they'll negotiate something. It could be a matter
Yeah.
of moments.
You'll go have
and
some
you're out of there.
hummus, maybe some lamb and rice.
My man sits and rots for 5 years. They
Yeah.
can't get a deal done.
Yeah.
And thus the reason he doesn't want anything to do with his dad when he gets back to the States.
Yeah.
He's pissed. Won't even go to Thanksgiving dinner with him.
And if you remember, when his dad and mom were at the White House, when Obama was like, "There's a hero," talking about what a hero the kid was, the dad had that really long fucking beard, and he was speaking the language.
Oh, yeah.
He was speaking in Arabic, and his thought was he was trying to get
Assimilate
in touch,
to his captors.
Yes.
That was
So-
his explanation for that.
or show respect to the captors or
Yeah.
something like that. It's like, no, dude.
Still trying to get the deal done.
Yeah, my dad would never grow a fucking beard like that and learn the language. I don't give a shit what they did to me. Not happening. My thought on it all the time was it's rooted in the dad, because when we started hearing reports that he'd been home for months and still had not spoken to his family,
Yeah.
it was like, okay, this is way more than a fight at Thanksgiving 5 years ago. When you've been captured by the Taliban and freed after 5 years, that should wipe clean whatever family issues you had.
The cranberry sauce, whatever happens.
Yeah. Couldn't get it out of the drapes. Mom's been livid ever since. I don't care how drunk you got at Thanksgiving, what an ass you made of yourself. You just let that shit go.
All's forgiven when you're let go after 5 years of captivity.
With the Taliban.
Yeah.
Especially. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So
I have a question. As humans, we've been around here for a while and had a lot of babies.
Well putty.
Do we know how to raise anybody right? Like, no. Like, you go to a therapist, and it's like, oh, well, you had a bad therapist. You had a bad childhood. Everyone's had a bad childhood. Like, does anybody actually, like, know
First off,
how to
are you
raise...
talking about the rapist?
he's talking about the rapist.
Okay, you go to the rapist.
Yeah. I'm just saying, though, do we know how to properly
has
raise...
anyone been properly raised?
Yes.
No, there's no perfect parent out there.
No.
Not a single one.
I know what it is personal responsibility is just fucking
Yeah.
gone. Like if I fuck up drastically,
My
it
mom
can't be
and dad.
me. I mean,
That's
we've got to
rooted
figure
in
something
that
out.
pinky your mom chose to
Yeah.
put up your butt. You know?
Oh yeah, remember that time I got my butt fingered when I was 4?
But it's
Wow,
either they
that's
didn't
at
love
the
you
root of
enough,
this.
they loved you too much,
Right.
they coddled you, they didn't coddle you
There's
enough,
always,
they
yeah,
didn't
there's
give
always
you...
an explanation.
Yeah.
He got drunk, they were drunk, their
The-
uncle was drunk.
The explanation is never. You're an asshole. You're a dick face. You know
Just
that.
being a dick. Stop being
Stop being an asshole.
Can't we, after this point, like, it seems like there's enough books on there. Does anyone know how to raise a human?
Well, I know, E. I feel like it's just going further and further off the deep end, too. So it used to be where you just went, yeah, my kid's an asshole. I'm sorry he shot a couple people. It's a dick move. Instead, now we'd fight to the death to prove why it was necessary to murder
Wasn't
half
his fault.
neighbors. Not his fault, and not my fault the way I raised this. He's a good boy. Peyronie's disease, Jay.
Yeah, bent dick disease.
It's bent.
Dude, we were at the Jerry event the other day, and Jerry had given those love beads to us all.
Oh, of
that he
course.
put together by hand.
Hi, Jay.
Yeah, and he gave me this awesome strand of beads, which I was wearing. I promised to that evening, and I brought them and I wore them. And on within that strand was this little pink, like dick-like bead.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Distinctly dick, right?
Yeah.
Just a little flaccid dick. I was showing some listeners, and one a lady looks at it and goes, "Oh, it's bent.
It's bent. It's bent.
That dick's bent." I couldn't stop saying that all night.
Oh, I know the Paula Jones saying that is so fucking funny to me. Anyway, men with a bent penis, significant increase in risk from several cancers.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyone bent here in the room?
I don't think so.
Hand up if E, are you bent?
Yeah, look at that. It's like that looks like a dromedary.
Sure does.
It looks like a
with a tumor.
Or turn it over.
Nope, you've got a dromedary with a tumor on its neck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, that would how do you get that? I mean, your hip action would totally change,
Right.
wouldn't it?
No.
That's like.
I don't want to see it. E, don't give me a real one. Oh, for the fuck,
dude, it's bent.
It's bent.
I mean, that's a 45-degree angle, man.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you do with that? Wow.
Changes everything.
So they found that you're at higher risk of testicle cancer by 40%, melanoma by 29%, stomach cancer by 40%. A gene may trigger crooked panuses, could be linked to the development of tumors. The condition obviously known as Peyronie's. It affects up to 7% of males. So the other night, there were 7 dudes in that room probably. Well, it was mostly,
more than that.
Yeah, probably, yeah. But I was thinking men and women. So if you had there were probably 7 bent dongs in that room alone. After a review of patient data of more than 1.5 million people by Baylor College in Houston, the cause of Peyronie's isn't completely understood, but a number of factors appear to be involved. It's thought it generally results from repeated, and I mean repeated, injury to the panus. Who are these guys that are banging their panuses up?
I know, wow.
I mean, if things are lubed properly, it's just
injury to the panus. Like I thought you grew up with a dick like that. Like I didn't know it came on later.
Yes, it can come on later. You can from injury. Remember when some guys like jam it in and then miss on the they have the drawback. Yeah, and then they go for that pow.
The buck back isn't in rhythm.
Dude, you get out of rhythm on a buck back, you can do some serious damage. So the panus might be damaged during sex, athletic activity, or the result of an accident. However, most often, no trauma has happened to the panus, and you're just born with that thing.
The thing's just pointing up, pointing to the fucking sky.
During the healing process, scar tissue forms in a disorganized manner, which might lead then to a nodule that you can feel, and that's where the curvature starts. Like it starts to work its way around that. So when the panus becomes erect, the region with the scar tissue doesn't stretch, and the panus bends. It gets bent and becomes disfigured. In some men, it comes on gradually and doesn't seem to be related to any injury. Yeah, so boy, that'd be tough, dude.
I don't want to see Bill Clinton's dick, but at the same time, aren't you totally curious?
Oh, I would give anything. I would give anything to see it. It's bent.
God, I bet it's overly pink and just
bulbous
in areas.
Yeah, like his nose. Yeah, it's red. I wonder what you do when you see one of those really fucking like banana curved ones. Like, does that people have to?
Yes,
email
you have
us.
to like move her over.
I mean, do you
like you're like banging her from around a corner at that point.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's the move. You put her, just kind of have her butt and vagine presenting.
You go around the corner and hit it that way.
Yeah, and you just kind of swing around, and it's not bad.
I reckon.
Not bad. I was going to do this story, but I think I'll save you about this kid that stabbed his teacher in Russia.
Ooh.
Yeah, filmed it, took selfies. You don't want to hear it, dude. It's gross. He took selfies of him in the dead body.
Definitely
and
don't want to hear that.
To make things worse, and like I said, I'll leave this story where it is so we can get to email and get on to GNR in a little while. But he took a circular saw. You know those circular saws?
I do. I'm familiar.
And he killed himself.
I
think I'm kidding. Look at his hand, dude.
Oh
you
my
see the circular saw?
God.
Yeah, I know. I don't even want to talk about it. Ugh.
Good. I'm glad we're not doing that story.
It's out of Russia. It's really not important. It's kind of, they think it might be that blue whale game. Have you heard about that?
No.
Where you have to do like 50 things before you die, and then in the end you kill yourself. And some form of that game. And so they've got adults like tricking kids into committing suicide by the hundreds in Russia with this online game that they're playing.
Wow.
And the end is when you win when you kill yourself. and it seems like a game I wouldn't have liked very much. I can handle it if Pac-Man dies, but I don't want to die. You know what I mean?
We have some posts.
What do we got?
Before we get to email proper, I do have a couple posts here that are interesting. Dear Larry Moe and Short Curlies, greetings from the city of roses and lesbians. Oh, Portland.
Well,
Oh, Portland.
that's Pabst Blue Ribbon.
I'm writing this as you hang with our favorite San Franciscan, and we'll miss the meet and greet. Maybe next time. Keep it mediocre, Todd. Thank you, Todd, from chiming in from Portland. And then also, look, it appears that listener Mike
excellent.
is back in Germany. Fellas, not sure if these are the same boobs that I sent you last time, but anyway, boobs!
Nicely done, sir. These look like festive boobs.
Yeah, this is the exact same post we received from
That's
him.
okay.
That's fine. I know.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, the Frauheim, push them up, and the little blousey thing look is a good look.
Which ones did we say were our favorite titties? I think I liked this one. The blue.
Yeah, I think you go with the corset below with just the blouse holding them in.
Okay, not a bad call.
That would be the one I would go with.
Yeah, that's a great postcard.
But here's a fun fact from Mike. The average cup size in Germany, anyone?
B+.
D.
What?
Average is a D.
What?
Keep up the great work. Bye, B-U-I for now.
Is that
Mike.
just his own data, or did he get that somewhere?
Sounds
Because I
like,
would think Germans would be bragging about that fact.
sounds like datum pulled from Mike's head. I don't know. You want to read this first email, Mike?
No, go ahead.
Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Jerry writes in, hello, Mr. Walters.
Jerry writes
and
in.
beloved listeners in Radioland. You will perhaps be glad to know that while I left no physical seed in Detroit, metaphysical, naturally, yes, since my return to San Francisco on Sunday, I have spurted 3, and then he puts in paren, numerical 3, times. Enjoying superb fantasies of spending a weekend or so getting acquainted with my Detroit innamorato.
Ooh, yeah, I didn't want to try to say that word.
Innamorato, Mike. I would need his permission to out him since I
What?
failed to ask him when we were together whether he would be willing to jack off with me even. Sounds like Jerry connected with someone
Yeah.
with whom he has become a pen pal of sorts.
How did we miss this?
I don't
that
know.
night? Like, dude, we were around him a lot. I don't remember any.
I don't know. I listened yesterday, Monday, to Friday's broadcast and topiary of Monday's show to part of, not topiary, but it's amusing to think of bushes trimmed into shapes of panuses.
Did we do a story about?
And feel safe in allowing my sister to listen. Oh, good. He's expanding
great.
our listener universe.
Yeah. Is it Patty?
I believe it's Patty.
It's Patty.
Hi, Patty.
Hi, Patty. Hi, Patty.
Hi.
Jerry's in the passenger seat. Hi, Patty.
Oh, Jerry, we love you.
Yeah.
I couldn't find my sling, says Jerry, and thought of Dr. Freud's idea that we leave things behind since we subconsciously want to return.
Oh, okay.
I interpret it as a sign that my visit was healing me faster than I knew, and that I no longer need it, and my desire to return was not only subconscious. This morning I found it. I also found my camera right away on return. It was in my Jack's carrier, since I had to use it to photograph Paul's cock for sign-in sheet.
Well, obviously, yeah. I mean, someone's got to photograph Paul's cock for the sign-in sheet. Duh. His Jack's kit. He's got a kit that he takes just to the Jack's.
It's a front of house.
Hell yes. It's what's it got? Tissue, lube, camera.
He's probably got a clipboard, camera. You know.
Yeah.
He's got a
Lube.
full set of the rules.
Oh, yeah,
Probably under plastic.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Need it
it
under
can
plastic.
last, you know. Hooray to think autographed tissue packs will help the homeless.
Yes.
I'm glad to have have met Eric before the dance event so I can keep my attention and emerald heart rays aimed toward his glory.
Oh, yes.
We'll all bask in the reflection and wonder. I wonder how that happened. Before he gets to be so famous and powerful, we can barely stay in the same room with him for 5 minutes.
Well, he's got big things ahead for you, E.
Sounds like
Jerry.
it, according to Jerry.
I love this guy.
I know.
I've looked at Stacy's pics once and will return to them at leisure.
Well, of course.
Awesome. I'm so glad he used leisure.
I think I mentioned Dr. Gingras was my birth doctor in Augusta, Maine last century.
Oh, Stacy Gingras.
Possibly there will be more images from other sources as we go along. Mr. X will doubtless show up in some of them. Be still my heart.
Oh,
Along with Larissa, the Mikes, Gary and Julie, Nick and his Brit lady, Sabrina and Ken, Ray, Jason, Josh, Adam, and the others. not excluding the Amy's and the stories we shared.
Dude, he remembers everybody.
And the lady with the bloodstone, among the many more listener participants who showed their devotion and pleasures.
That's hilarious, dude.
I love this guy.
He remembered all those people's names.
Yeah.
That's
Meanwhile,
great.
love to Beth and the quadrupeds, the poops,
The poops. Yeah, my poops.
Jay, Eric, and all the cast for this life-changing experience.
Well.
Woof woof, meow, blurk, chirp, and whatever other sound you would like to make. Dizzy love from Jerry.
Oh, it's brilliant. I love it.
Keep writing in, Jerry.
Yeah.
I love your
definitely.
emails.
I would not normally interject with a text, but this is coming from my mom.
Oh,
Hi,
no,
Miss
is
Fady.
Hi, Miss Fady. Is she listening live?
Is she like, yeah, your
guess.
YouTube feed's dead?
Oh,
No,
my God.
just she said she was just listening to my talk about the spruce goose. Dad and I saw it in Long Beach in California in the early 80s before you were born. It was next to the Queen Mary ship, and we saw both.
Mrs. Fady is a long-time listener.
Dude.
Hi, Miss Fady.
Hi, Mrs. Fady.
Just wave. Hi, Miss
Dude, hi,
Fady.
Miss Fady. She's not listening to the show. She's watching it live.
We'll do it live.
We'll do it live. Oh, my God.
We'll
that's...
do it live. Okay.
Fuck it.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and
then
we'll do it live.
And my mom and dad saw the spruce
Awesome.
goose in Long Beach.
Good to know.
My parents don't watch this live.
My parents don't even know I do this.
Yeah, exactly. And Mrs. Fady watches us live. Hi, Mrs. Fady.
Speaking of airlines, commercial flying woes from Kara. Regarding the tough job of being a commercial pilot or part of a flight crew, I agree thoroughly. But I've also witnessed the dark side of those folks. A couple years ago, we were flying somewhere with a connection in Newark. The flight was very late to leave DTW, and we were on the tarmac for a very, very long time. After this time had passed, another passenger who was flying to Germany for a business meeting realized he would miss his connecting flight in Newark to Germany with absolutely no hopes of making the meeting the sole purpose of his trip. Faced with a trip to Newark for nothing and then having to book a flight to return to Detroit from Newark for nothing, he requested to get off the plane. I don't blame him one bit.
Hell no. It should absolutely let him off.
I suspect that when he initially made his request, the flight crew attempted to change his mind by saying things like, dude, do you know that the average cup size in Germany is D cup?
D cup,
You know?
yeah, absolutely.
Apparently that didn't work. Because their behavior toward him was completely nasty, says Kira. The pilot announced to everyone, well, folks, we've been waiting in line a good time for takeoff, and we're pretty close. However, there's one passenger that no longer wants to make the trip with us. So we're going to have to get out of line, taxi back to the gate, and let him off. That's going to put us at the end of the line, adding even more of a delay to our arrival time in Newark. Of course, passengers took the bait, not considering they would do the same thing, and began booing.
They're booing. Shame. Shame.
Returning to the gate, the flight attendants escorted the passenger down the aisle of shame to the exit of the plane with nasty expressions on their faces, prompting another chorus of passenger boos toward this guy getting off the plane. It was total bullshit by the crew as they purposely egged on the passengers to get mad at this guy, all because he wouldn't stay quiet and take a useless trip to somewhere he didn't need to go due to no fault of his own.
That's terrible.
There is some shit with flights, you're right, that would... Like, is he not supposed to at least ask? Like, is it that big of a deal to say?
Dude, it is kind of shitty, but at the end of the day, who the fuck cares, man? If I'm that guy, I'm like, later, bitches. I'm
Get
out.
all you want.
Yeah.
See, I'll be back at home again.
I'll take a chorus of booze because I'm the fuck off this plane.
Yes, I totally agree. Yeah, they changed the rules. I don't know what it was. Remember when they, back in the day, it was like 9 hours on the tarmac and you couldn't get off and people were going ape shit. And they finally changed that rule
Bathrooms
where
were overflowing.
Yeah, where there was like, no, you cannot force these people to stay on.
Congress rolled up their sleeves and did the work for the American people, passing the Airline Passenger Rights Act.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get back to work for the American citizens.
No, that always comes up every year in the winter because these things get delayed because of the icing and everything, and they always talk about passengers' rights. Not sure where that stands.
I know, exactly. That's
but
what it
I think
seems
you're
like
right, dude. I think in the last 10 years that has come a long way.
It has, and who can blame? I don't know why that's so hard. I'm sure pilots are probably screaming at the listening to this right now, like, you fucking morons don't get how big of a deal it is to depart a passenger, to get a passenger off.
No, I believe
it's
it.
probably a shitload to them that they don't want to deal with, and so at all costs, they'd rather you just stay in the plane.
And I don't doubt that they were in a line, a physical line. You know, you can picture this, and they pull out and go back to the gate. I'm shocked they did it.
Yeah,
shocked.
I would think they could
Why
make
would
it
they?
easier. That just pop the side door, let that fucking that yellow balloon thing come out. Let
Yeah.
Tom slide out. Whatever.
That
We'll deal with
famous-
the paperwork later.
The famous flight attendant did it. Cracked a beer, fucking jammed open the door, and slid down. Remember?
Hell yeah!
I
no.
quit.
Is that what she did?
That dude, remember? It went
Oh,
viral. It
yeah,
became
yeah,
famous.
yeah.
It was viral.
It's like the lady in who was the broadcaster in Alaska who was opening her own weed store. Was like, yeah, this is my last broadcast.
Oh,
Fuck
yeah.
you, I'm out.
That's
Peace,
right.
motherfuckers.
That's right.
Yeah, because they wouldn't let her like open her weed store and do the broadcast or something like that. Yeah.
Noel writes in concerning promposals, and of course, this came in on the heels of the HOCO, the homecoming celebration that we talked about a couple of weeks ago, where Manny was confronted with having to make a sign, the stupid step of having to make a sign. Which
I don't blame him.
We
for
know
not
it's been
wanting to.
around for a while, but it's nonetheless a ridiculous step.
Yeah.
Noel writes, and I swear that I sent an email about this, but if not, straight out of Stockton. Anyway, if I didn't, I have always meant to, as I hate this practice. My complaint has always been more geared toward marriage or baby announcements. People are so goddamn
Hell
worried
yes.
about keeping up, and they never sit back and ask, what the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah.
Or
Bona fide
why,
grievance.
why in the fuck do I care if I get like 5 likes on this photo of my unborn brat?
Ugh.
It is a competition for smug assholes. Do you really care? It's bullshit. Whatever happened to a private life? Maybe Isis will remember the email. I totally remember the email now, Noel. I think you did send it in concerning a birth announcement.
I don't remember the email, but I'm with him 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, but you see it out of every. It's just what people do. It's just what we do now.
It's just a thing.
I don't know why. You realize nobody outside of your absolute immediate family gives a flying fuck about your kids. What is that before they're born picture they take? The in the belly picture.
Yeah, a gram.
Something a gram. Instagram. I think it's the Instagram photo.
It's not the mammogram.
No, when they do the jelly on the belly.
Yeah,
and then they
I
take
actually
the Instagram.
I actually have had a wife who's had
three
of
those.
these. And
You should really know what a gram that
a
we're talking
gram.
about.
Yep. It's
We'll
not
go
a
with-
sonogram.
It's not a mammogram.
No.
Okay.
We're gonna go with Candygram. It's not a Candygram.
I don't even.
It's
It's the Instagram.
Yeah,
it's the Instagram
It's
photo.
the picture that the nurse and doctor go, oh look, you can see this,
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and the parents just nod and go, yeah, sure.
Sure. I think
I'll
I
take
see
your
what you're
word
seeing.
for it.
Right here is an arm. This is a oh yeah, it's gonna be a big. Nobody gives a shit about that picture. Nobody. Nobody.
They all look like little aliens anyway. Come on, E.
I try
Bing
to-
the shitty.
I know.
We cannot end the week like this.
My point is, that I'm pissing me off. Is
People
that
are probably
With a 3-way brain fart.
Dude, Mrs. Fady, would you please
Miss
text
Fady,
your
text
son?
in.
Tell him what that is.
Oh God, E.
Jay, I'm disappointed you had 3 of these.
Cover us, Mike.
It's not a sonogram. It's not an Instagram. Candygram. It's not a Candygram.
I was trying to honestly.
It's not a.
I was mad because I was trying to think of it myself. Is the problem?
Yeah, that doesn't do us any good at all.
I know.
Bing isn't working for me either.
No.
Why can't we get this, gentlemen?
Can't you Bing like jelly on the belly, picture baby?
I'm doing picture of unborn baby, and I'm getting some beautiful images. You know, they do these 3D.
Dude, this is the worst brain fart in the history of this show
they
right
do
now.
these 3D things now, which they weren't around. I guess they were around for Sweet Pie, but we would have had to pay a ton more. I mean, look at the detail which you can see your kid now.
Wow.
It's almost like I don't even want to meet my kid that way. You know, I want to meet them when they're born. Like that's too much.
It's got to
Isn't
say what that
incredible?
is. Yeah, it is. Dude, yeah. It's Instagram.
We'll fix this in post.
No, we won't. We always say that, but we don't.
Yeah, it's.
We got to get to Guns N' Roses in a little bit, anyways. Gonna go get a tour of the new stadium, and he's getting machine is going on. Tell me that your mom texting, please. Look at your mom.
Ultrasound! Oh, fuck! We were stuck on Graham, man.
Why did we get
that
on
threw us on
Graham?
Graham. It was sonogram, I think.
Oh,
threw us.
mammogram.
It was Instagram. We were hooked on Instagram.
Ultrasound. No one cares about your ultrasounds
or your sonograms
or Instagrams or candygrams.
None of it.
All right.
We'll save the rest for Monday.
Hey, everybody. Have a great weekend. Sorry about the rough ending there. It was kind of our Sully landing on the Hudson moment. Be all right. Everyone survived. We're
Spruce
okay.
Goose took off there for 26 good seconds.
Yeah, we sure did. All right, everybody. Have a great weekend. Maybe we'll see some of you guys out at Little Caesars Arena for GNR tonight. We're looking forward to that. For the rest of you, have a great weekend. We'll do it next week.
been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.